was Elvis, born in 35, that was Elvis.
All right, Elvis fans, this is Rare Elvis Photos. Wanting to read some more of your comments. Kristen Laxton, 7970, said, I love your beautiful Elvis record collection. Thank you for sharing your Elvis record collection with us. A smiley face and heart. You bet, Kristen. And, you know, as many records as I have, and of course there's duplicates, there's also different pressings from across the world, as well as the United States, reprints. It could get a little meticulous for y'all to maybe that's not the word either, maybe annoying, to look at all these videos, especially when I do the full one, which is going to be, I don't know how long, several hours. But I appreciate your comments. I appreciate the love of Elvis that you have. Joanne Klingman says, wow, great collection of Elvis records, album covers. I love collecting antiques, so I really like your record radio player. Yeah, it's a very cool looking radio, and it's got a CD player in there. It's got a tape player on the side, which is kind of why I keep it around too. I've got a lot of old cassette tapes of different artists, as well as stuff of my own when I was just a teenager and writing songs, and sitting there with the little recorder where I pressed play and record, and I would just sit there and sing and write songs and put my songs down. And I think my first songs that I sent in as a copyright collection was on a cassette tape. But I totally understood why one of the users said, hey, don't put your records on that record player. There are definitely audiophiles out there that have perfect record players, and I should get one anyways too. Hey, Sharon Cunningham says, you really have a great collection of Elvis records. I think you did mine. You take care, and God bless you and your family. Thank you, Sharon. And hopefully I show some records that y'all don't have. Maybe some, I've got some cool promotional copies of Elvis records that I'm going to be showing, different colored labels. Hey, Connie Thomas, one of our members, 8466. By the way, if you want to become a member, hit that join button bottom left. Just love seeing your collection. The Kid Galahad, 6 great songs is amazing. One of my favorite movies too. What a treasure you're sharing with us. You bet, Connie. I appreciate it. Yeah, one of the reasons I love that movie is Elvis seems so joyful. He seems so happy. He seems so free. He seems so relaxed in that movie. Linda Thompson, how Priscilla crushed Elvis and she rebuilt his heart. Figure for Face Lock 239 said Joyce Bova was squeezed in between Mrs. Wagner and Linda. That's true. Joyce was certainly a relationship Elvis was in. And I just, her and her twin was an interesting story. Priscilla Presley, the devil in disguise, at Jane Mushkison, and she recons that he is the love of her life. That's a bull. Priscilla Presley's back at it again. Darlene DeLucas says, Priscilla gets me sick to my stomach. May our sweet dear Elvis and Lisa Marie Presley rest in peace. Sorry, Prissy, you're not a Presley. Darlene also said Prissy's out of the woodwork again. Looking for money, still keeping the Presley name. Deceptive Priscilla movie, part 7 of the series at Jason Rinson. I'm sorry, I'm killing the pronunciation. After all the lies she has come up with to blackmail Elvis and make herself appear as an innocent angel, she has to take what comes. It's just too easy to lie about a man after he's dead, but it's so disgusting. Appreciate your comment there. Why January 8th should become a national holiday. Frankie Loves Elvis. What's up, Frankie Loves Elvis? I've been saying it forever. January 8th, Elvis International Day. I agree with you. Let's do it. We got to figure out a way to make it happen. The Elvis Presley Graceland wall is your name here. Miss Sunshine 8878 says, my name and my family's names are on that wall. That's amazing. I'm glad that you have your name on there. How Mike Stone's testimony convicts Priscilla Presley's character. At OMYCH97, Priscilla Bayou is worse than that. Hopefully somebody will tell the whole truth what you did to Elvis and Lisa. I hope so too. The last words Elvis said, the Elvis fans, hashtag history, how corny. Well, not everybody is a huge Elvis fan, but you could have maybe not came out here and made a comment. Watched the 1961 Anne Margaret interview. Priscilla played copycat on to snare Elvis. I'm sorry, but I never thought myself that Anne was for Elvis. He finally called everything off and stayed with Priscilla. I do not think that she was the love of his life. She just had too much going on and she wasn't going to stay home like Elvis wanted. That's my opinion. I think he loved Priscilla, but we will never know. I appreciate you coming on here and let us know your opinion. How Mike Stone's testimony convicts Priscilla Presley's character. Lisa couldn't stand her mom, even though she knew who she really is. Some of us will get used to that info if you want to see the truth. At Privacy9175. Thanks for that comment, Privacy. Linda Thompson, how Priscilla crushed Elvis and she rebuilt his heart. All right, at user NG9XN8JP6R, you got to get a name. I think that Elvis loved Priscilla very much. I don't understand why so many people think that it was only about money, but it's not true. She just stood on her head for Elvis. It was Elvis who completely lost himself. Yes, Linda was probably great. She took care of Elvis. She was beautiful, but I don't think she could have aroused something in Elvis. He certainly had feelings for her, but it wasn't it. It should also be remembered that at that age of his life, Elvis would really, let's call it, was already burned out or more mannered. If Elvis, knowing so many women, did not find love, then who can find it? So, you know, it's a well-written comment. Do I think that Elvis loved Priscilla? I mean, I think that he wanted to. I think that he probably did at one point in time. Maybe had an idea, like loved the idea that she was going to be who she started out as. But I don't think she was who she started out with as when she came to the States. I think that everything changed, that she pretended to be a certain person when she was younger, which, do we blame her? It's really hard to criticize or blame somebody when they're very young. I get that, and I'm on board with that idea and concept. But she didn't have to pretend and continue pretending as she grew older, including now. That's, I think, where Elvis fans have the biggest time with Priscilla, forgiving that. She cheated, she left, all that stuff. She didn't love Elvis for who he was. And Linda certainly protected Elvis way more than Priscilla ever did. Just even in her 3.5, 4, 5 years of that she was with him, 3.5 to 4, protected Elvis more than Priscilla did in her lifetime. All right, please share this video around, like, subscribe, hit that join button, become a member.